welcome back to Hi ladies, welcome back to a new video. I hope you're good because I am. I'm super excited to be recording today. Today I'm gonna show y'all my daily makeup routine. This is really simple, really low maintenance. This is for if you really just don't like wearing too much makeup every day. I know for me, I don't even like to have too much product on my face throughout the day because sweating, some people have dry skin, some people have oily skin, whatever it is for you. I hope this makeup tutorial helps and I hope that it suits you. Also, I just want to say that a lot of these products that I'm going to be using today are drugstore products, but everything is really simple. I'm going to try to explain it as in depth as I can. Again, I hope y'all like this because I finally am so happy I perfected this. I did my makeup every day for like a week straight trying to find a makeup routine that I felt like suited me because I was watching girls do them and then I would do that makeup routine and it just wasn't working for me. So one day I just said, let's have fun with it because sometimes I forget I gotta have fun with makeup, and I just said, let's have fun with it, and then I found it. So I hope this helps. For the skincare, I don't do a lot. I do use what works for me, and it usually makes my makeup look really cute. So first, we're gonna start off with Vaseline. As you can see, this is not even the ombre Vaseline. It's literally just petroleum jelly. I go in with this first under all of my makeup to make it look glowy and also to moisturize the skin. I don't put like too much, but I do put a good enough amount. And also I'm doing this on a clean face. I washed my face with the African black soap today. Alright, next I'm gonna go in with this CeraVe moisturizing cream. And again, I just go in the normal spots that you usually would and then rub it in. Okay, so next thing that I go in with is my sunscreen. I use the Black Girl sunscreen and it works really good, and I got that one from Target, but honestly literally any sunscreen will work. It's just important to wear sunscreen. You want to be safe, you want to protect your skin. Next thing I do is prime. Y'all know the OG, everybody loves this one, or the pink one. I got this one. And it's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I don't do too much with this one. I get a little bit on my finger. Can you do that like this, kind of? I hope you can see it. And I put a little bit just everywhere where I'm gonna be putting makeup on. And then I do a little bit in like the creases of my nose as well and my upper lip. Because like I said, I'm not gonna be putting too much makeup anywhere. So I'm just trying to spread it lightly, just like under my eyes, a little bit on my cheeks because that's where I'm going to be putting it, but I just want to make sure I have like a kind of a thin layer. And on my forehead, I know a lot of people say they don't put makeup on their forehead anymore, but guys, I do. And I'm not even saying that in a I'm different, I'm so different, like, no, but I don't know where that came from. I remember one day I just was watching a makeup tutorial and this one girl was like, I don't put makeup on my forehead, and then I saw like a bunch more people in different makeup tutorials saying that, and I was like, guys, why? Like, why don't we put makeup on our foreheads anymore? And I tried to do it for a while, but I was like, it kind of looks uneven, like it just kind of splits your face. Like, you'll have your concealer and stuff and it'll only have color down here, but then there's nothing up there. So I do put makeup on my forehead, but if you are following this tutorial and you don't want to put makeup on your forehead, then don't do whatever I do up here. Now that we've done all of the skincare and the skin prep and our skin is moisturized and looking really cute and glowy, we're gonna start with the eyebrows. So as you can see, I have very sparse eyebrows. I have a good shape, but they're very light, as you can see. And honestly, it's funny as heck because when I was younger, it used to look like I didn't have no eyebrows at all. Why is there hair on here? It used to look like I didn't have no eyebrows at all, for real. So basically, I'm gonna start with this brush and I'm just gonna brush them directly up. Then I'm gonna use the comb piece and I'm gonna go straight, and then I'm gonna go down like that. Now we're gonna go in with the LA Colors Brow Wowie. The LA Colors Brow Wowie brow pencil. I don't know, that's a little silly name to me. It just has like a little like tip like that, and it's angled, and then it's flat. And all I do is I usually start like directly at the end of my brow, and I just start filling it in. And to blend anything, I just use the spoolie. Okay, so I've kind of filled in my brows. They don't look too dark, but they do look a little more full, I guess, or just a little bit darker. And for me, I don't have much of an arch to my brow. My brow is definitely just whoop whoop, like whoop whoop. I don't know, whoop whoop, yeah, like that. All right, but to finish the brows off, we're gonna be using the Got To Be Glued gel. I just only use a little bit, but I literally get the smallest amount on my finger, and then I use my other middle finger from whatever your dominant hand is, rub it around on that, and then I go in and I just go tapping, but only over my eyebrow. We're gonna get this, and we're just going to use it again to brush the hairs up. I'm doing this lightly though, so I don't smear any of the product of the brows, and I'm just brushing them up kind of at a diagonal, like just in the way the hair grows. And then again, doing the same thing that I did earlier, the whoop and the whoop. And I make sure not to do mine too sharp because I do like brows that have a round thing to them, like that. And hey, those are the brows. I think they look cute. I like them, so that's all that matters. Okay, so now that we've done the brows, we've taken some time on the brows, and we've kind of let the skin prep and stuff set in, especially that primer. We're gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. As you can see, mine is kind of because she's almost done, but y'all know this is the OG drugstore primer. Like, you can get this at the hair store. The hair store and beauty supply store is the same thing, so if I say that or one or the other, it's the same thing. You can get it from the hair store, you can get it from probably Target, Walmart, any of the places like that. I don't use too much. I go right in the corner of my eye, this one too, and I go right here, and I kind of cut that part right there, and then I go ahead and I put it in the creases of my nose because those places are kind of red, and then my top lip, again, doesn't matter how you put it. And then I go ahead and I go out over any problem areas on my chin, not problem areas, but just like the dark spots, and then I just kind of put some, but as you can see, it's really light. It's not a lot. And then again, at least for the girlies that do want to put the makeup on their forehead, I put just a little bit in the center of my forehead, just a little bit. We're actually gonna let that sit before we blend it out. And we're gonna go in with the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer, and it is in the can you see that? I don't know why I'm doing that. I look so goofy. And it's in the shade, I have no idea. Yup, I don't know. It is in the shade Truffle. Not gonna lie, guys, I don't know how old this is, so don't drag me in the comments. And I just put it probably a little bit right under my cheekbone, but not here, because I feel like that's where the actual contour kind of looking stuff is. But I'm gonna just put a little bit, and I just go in like with a small line on each side, and then I go in with 3 little dots at the top of my forehead, and that's it. I just use a fluffy brush. This isn't a specific kind of brush. I got these brushes from, I believe, probably Amazon. I'm gonna get my setting spray. It's called Ruby Kisses. I got it from the hair store, and I'm just gonna spray it a little bit, and then we're just going in and we're patting. We're not dragging, we're just patting it in. And it looks kind of harsh now, but it really does blend out fairly well. And I think this one, or at least this contour shade, goes really well. And then I also kind of blend it up around here. Make sure you blend, you push up into your hairline, because you don't want your, and I do get it in my edges, I don't care, y'all, I really don't. And just blend. I just press, and make sure you press it into your hairline like I was saying, because you don't want a separation, like a line of separation. Alright, so now we're gonna go into blush. We're using the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush, I believe it's called, in the shade Very Well. Something's wrong with me, you know this by now. And I really like this color again. I feel like when it comes to blushes, I feel like I can always look at them and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna look good on my skin. But we're starting like higher up, and just putting a little. Now I know a lot of people say that they don't put it directly on their face, but I do. Do whatever is comfortable to you. And I use the same setting spray and spray my brush a few times. And then this is, again, just as you can see, it got tape on it, but this brush is a good old faithful brush. Like, I've had this done for a while. So basically it's angled, as you can see, but this side is lower than this side, so I use the flattest point that I can get it to blend it. But if you have a better brush for this, then you can go ahead and do that. But again, we're just going in patting motions so that we're not dragging it. Now it's finally time to go in and blend this. So I'm just using a regular beauty blender. It's damp, and I say use damp because at this point I've been yapping, and I put this on a while ago, so it probably is a lot thicker, and it might even be a little bit tough to blend out, but it shouldn't be too bad. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with patting motions again. In the meantime, okay, we blended out that under eye concealer. At this point, I have literally, anytime I do my makeup, it doesn't matter for what or where or when or why, I always have Q-tips on standby because my eyes are kind of sensitive and they easily water. But we blended that, so now we are going to blend everything else. In the meantime, now it's time to move on to setting. So first we're gonna set the under eyes, and we're gonna go in with the LA Colors just powder, I guess, guys. And it is, I guess, in the shade Natural. I don't know, y'all. So I'm gonna go one eye at a time, and we're just gonna pat right under that eye. Now I want y'all to know that no makeup really ever looks perfect. I mean, sometimes you can get it that way, but creasing and texture and lines is totally normal and natural. So if that pops up, don't even worry about it, because the truth is lighting matters, techniques matter. You're using a filter on your video, camera quality. So like for me, I'm recording this video right now, I have my vanity light on, but if I were to change it or like turn it off, you can see like the yellowness. I'm even using my back camera on my phone right now because it honestly, and I think I changed the settings on it too so I could get better camera quality. So just remember, kind of everything is an illusion, and the stuff that seems annoying and like unnatural is like the most natural, if anything. I'm just using the top because it has the least amount of powder, and I'm going in with a little eyeshadow brush first, and I'm just collecting a little bit. I'm gonna reblend that because I was talking. And first we're just gonna go in and we're just going to pat lightly just under that eye, and we're just gonna, I'm looking down into my mirror, or looking like putting my head down but then making my eyes look up. And I always set like my direct under eye like this. And then we're gonna go in with a powder puff. And again, let me just get that brush ready and start patting here. And y'all, please don't laugh at the funny faces I'm making, because you gotta do what you gotta do. If you know how it is, then you know. But again, we're just patting that in. Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go in with a black powder puff, and then I'm gonna go directly into the pot and collecting it just kind of at the tip of the thing, and then lightly blowing it, and even going as far as to tap it. Because for me, or at least for this makeup tutorial, we're not baking, we're literally just pressing the powder lightly into the skin. I don't even know if lightly is a good term. We're just gonna press the powder into the skin, and I don't plan on going back over it with any kind of brush because I'm not using a lot of powder. But she don't love me, she too scary. My hope is fun like Jackie Brown. Go over any and everything else. I like to especially set in the little creases of my nose, because I don't even like, if anything, I have dry skin or like a dry face, but, or like, I don't even think I have combination skin. My skin is like normal to dry, but those spots right there, they literally get so oily for no reason. So now it's time to set the blush. So for the brush, as you can see, it already has blush on it. I'm just using a fluffy brush again from whatever brushes I got for Christmas, and I'm using the Avani palette. It don't matter what palette you use or even blush. I only use a palette because I don't have like a powder blush or anything like that, like an actual pot of it. And I really like the shade, like just this pink shade right here, but I don't go in with too much. And for this one, I do diffuse it because it is a powder, especially on the big brush. It can get really pigmented, so I always go in, I just like tap it into the thing a few times, the pan, and then I blend it out, and I lightly pat with this. Traditional, but your love's too original. You already edges are blended out nicely. If you need to, which I actually am gonna do, I'm gonna go in back with the powder puff again. It doesn't really have much on it, but just to kind of blur out those edges a little bit so it doesn't have too much of a harsh line. And then I like to go in with just a little bit of blush on the nose. And I'm letting y'all know now, I don't set the little bronzer contour thingy. I'm gonna take this contour brush that I use to blend out the contour or bronzer, whatever, and it doesn't have much product on it, but I always like to go under the nose, and then I like to go over the eye to get any kind of color payoff of that, just to kind of make it look like my eyes are more, I don't know, awake, I guess. Okay, so now the next step is to do, what's the next step? I'm forgetting the next step, is crazy. Oh, if you already have lashes, like lash extensions on, I would say just skip this step because I'm just curling and putting on mascara. So we're going in with the e.l.f. eyelash curler. I love this one, and I do like 10 to 15 presses, but I do them really quick so that my eyes don't start watering. So I'm gonna do that to both eyes. So now that we did that, I actually use two different mascaras. So I use this one, which I got from the beauty supply, and it's kind of a dry mascara now, so it's really helpful. And then the second one I use is called Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara, and it's just the pink one. I got this one from Target. So first I start with the hair store one, and I usually start at the tips, and I just kind of go in like a shimmy motion. Shimmy is such a funny word, I'm sorry, but like, or just like wiggle it. And I usually go from the tips, and then I kind of go with the roots after. But I like to go softly because I don't want to get too much product on my eyelid or clump the lashes. And the fact that this is dry helps so much more because it helps them look wispier. Even though I'm about to put that on and it's probably going to change the way that it looks. Okay, so we did that now. I hope you guys can see them. I look so goofy. I look so goofy right now, but cute. Right, okay, now we're gonna go in with this one. So this one has a thicker brush, so I try to scrape a decent amount off so it's not too much product on the lashes. I usually just go into the tips with this one. I don't go over the whole lash. I try to just do the tips and to push them upward. If it does get on the root, it's probably like the end lash because again, those ones are always hard to reach. And the inner lashes too, because those ones are really short as well. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this highlighter. This highlighter, don't even know what it's called. It was in this plastic bag. This is what it looks like. The label is completely off, it's broken, but it works. It works real well. And I'm just gonna go in with this small brush. Again, don't have a name, it's just a brush. And I'm gonna get a little bit, pick it up on the end, kind of tap it off on my hand, and I like to go right in the inner corner. And then I like to kind of pick up on the end, wipe it off, and lightly dust, but right in that little piece right there. Now we just have to set the face, and then we're gonna do the lips. I use, like I showed y'all, the Ruby Kisses Dewy Satin Hydrating Spray. The thing that's actually cool about this is that it has kind of like pink sparkles in it, and when I spray it, it makes my face look like pink glitter, so that's cool. Just spray it I let it sit and just melt into my face. And while we do that, you can get a tissue, a napkin, whatever you have. I'm literally gonna use this. And I'm just kind of cleaning up around my lips because I probably got some concealer on them as well. I go on with a lip liner. For the lip liner, I go on really light because I can't seem to find like a good lip liner. I need to use find like an eyebrow pencil or something like that. But I'm just using the Professional Kiss New York Luxury 24-Hour Lip Liner. I don't know what shade it's in. What shade is it? It's in the shade Roasted Coffee. And I mean, it's a really good lip liner. It's like creamy, but I don't know. I just gotta find the right mix. So basically, I don't underline. I just follow my exact lip line, but I go really thin with the lip liner. Okay, kind of looks a little goofy. Take my ring, my middle finger, sorry guys, and kind of blend those edges out. I literally just kind of smear them to kind of get rid of the super harsh opacity of it. But I always blend the inside rather than the outside so that it doesn't smear on the outside of my lip. Okay, now time for the lip gloss. So I use 2 lip glosses. I use the Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss from CoverGirl in the shade But First, a Cosmo. It's really cute. I love pink lip glosses because I feel like pink lips, like the light pink lips, look really good on me. And then I use this Victoria's Secret lip gloss that's kind of like exploded a little bit, so cute. And it's called Just Get Gloss. And I don't know if it has a shade color or whatever. Oh, and Stardust, but it's really sparkly and I like it. So now we're just gonna go in. And I really like this applicator. I actually like both applicators. I like the thicker applicators because I can just press it onto my lips instead of smearing it, because I feel like that's always what spreads the color so harshly. And then I'll smear it on like the inner lip, but the outer lip, I just like to press it. And then once we've done that, gonna get a little bit of the Victoria's Secret one, and this one has basically like a brush applicator, and just kind of put that on the lips, and then I smack it. I don't know. Okay, so I only did like one more finishing touch, and it was very slight. And I just did a little bit of highlighter here and like here. But other than that, that is the makeup look. I love it so much. I feel like it really suits me. Like I said, I really like this because it accentuates my features more than kind of changing what I have, because I love myself. I'm so beautiful, but when I do certain makeup looks, I feel like they kind of change certain pieces of my face or like make me look, I don't know. To each is their own, I guess, and this is my own. But if y'all like this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. We finally have an Instagram at Soleil.Lauren on Instagram, so make sure you go follow that. I post reels on there. And also make sure you go follow my TikTok at Lay So Pretty. They will both be in the description, so go check that out. And let me know in the comments if y'all tried this, if you liked it, or just what you think you like about this, or what you might take from it for your future makeup looks. But with that, I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you later, and I love you, ladies. Bye. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the I just wanna keep you on.